let us talk about England getting out of the World Cup versus France. That was again, I don't know about you, but this was a very tight game for me.
It
At
was
no
a
point,
very tight
yeah,
game.
at no point did I think that France were the better team or that they deserved to go through based on their performance. This is a very, very good game. It could have gone either way, if not for some absolute class early on by this young boy called Chouameni. Uh, Gareth Southgate spent all his resources keeping Dembele quiet, keeping Mbappe quiet, keeping Griezmann quiet in the attacking third, and they succeeded on that to a very large extent. But you just can't legislate when a midfielder just decides to take control of the game like that.
Take
And
a
I did
shot.
not even know that he had this sort of part to his game, right? So I think that really changed the game for England. If that goal hadn't have gone in, I think Southgate would have been really happy with how things were going up until that point.
Remind me again, what did Spurs win ever in the last 30, 40 years? It's Spurs history. Like, you're carrying the legacy over. You're still wearing the same white. He's not going to get any sort of abuse. The sort of abuse that players like Rashford or Saka faced after the Euro 2020 finals, he's not going to get anything of that sort. And it does seem like hypocritical to a point where the English media decides, okay, we will decide to dump all our trash on certain players, but we'll leave out certain others because we favor them. They are our media darlings. They are like, oh, Harry, he's our king. Your king won a mug. Take that mug, go home.
I get where you're coming from, but I wouldn't abuse him. I wouldn't say he had a. I mean, it's just. I think that's the difference, right? That's the quality difference between teams that just have experience at that stage, and England are now approaching that point. I feel like I think they're almost at the point where they're right there. They just need to kind of break through that ceiling because a semi-final in the last World Cup, a finals in the Euros, another quarter-final, and going out to a probably the team that is maybe going to take it all in the end, right? So not the bad team to go out to. Um, so it's not bad by any means, and Southgate really got his tactics right from the get-go. England looked like especially in the second half, they came out of the gates flying, uh, which was just incredible to see. They didn't create a whole lot outside of the penalties, you can argue, but honestly, neither did France. They had two really good chances throughout the entire
France
game.
made sure that they just
Uh,
chop and dice
Exactly, right?
everyone.
Exactly, and that's the key where I think that's the difference in quality where a very underappreciated player in Giroud ends up making the finish when it matters the most, whereas Harry Kane, always trustworthy from the spot, incredible penalty record, misses in the dying minutes of a game where
Had
he
that been an Arsenal
absolutely needed
keeper,
to.
had that been an Arsenal goalkeeper or any goalkeeper wearing an Arsenal kit, Harry Kane would have scored that goal blind with half a leg. Not even one leg. Not even kidding. But this is just shambolic. I did not expect him to sky it. I expected him to hit the target. I don't expect Harry Kane to sky it. He's not Harry Maguire, for God's sake. You're a striker. You should know every inch of that goal frame.
I
You
mean,
should
there
know.
have been so many penalties missed this World Cup though. A lot of high quality players have missed from the spot. It's the pressure. I get it. It's the pressure of the occasion, right? You
Good
can only
player,
push so far.
great player.
I admit it. I admit, and I think the other aspect of it is also taking your second penalty in the game, right? Whenever you're taking your first penalty, there is no. It's almost like the risk increases the more penalties you take because you make yourself that much more predictable to the goalkeeper. And again, a goalkeeper in Hugo Lloris, who is no stranger to Harry Kane in and of himself. So it was definitely that sort of compounding effect. But I feel like England really gave a great account of themselves. This game could have ended either way. France just
Certainly good.
had that. Yeah, France just had that little bit more quality, maybe that little bit more luck, because that the Giroud goal that sent France through also had a deflection off of Harry Maguire. So if Maguire wouldn't have gotten that deflection, probably not going in the back of the net. And that's those are things that you can't legislate for, right? Those are things where like you did your best, you put your best foot forward. I think my only comment in that entire game was he probably should not have taken Saka off. He was arguably England's best player, created that first penalty, caused so many problems for France throughout that game from that right side. I think that was my only beef. And again, we've talked about this with Brazil, with Guimaraes going there, James Maddison, man, crunch time, probably the best English midfielder on form right now, outside of maybe Jude Bellingham, and he doesn't even see the pitch when England need a goal. Those are the kind of decisions
That's
that I
shocking.
don't understand. Yeah,
Which is the reason why Gareth Southgate will never be a great manager in my books. He might be good enough, but he's just good enough. And he seemed far too conservative and far too methodologically just at a place where you can't really go any higher. I didn't see any change in plans. Like throwing in Madison would have been a shocker for France too, because they've not seen him play, at least in the World Cup. And they don't know what role he might play as. You could have played him out wide, you could have played him right in between behind Harry Kane. You never know what he could have done. All the mentality monster talk just like peters away when it comes to crunch games.
yeah. The first real big opposition you can argue that they have faced, again, Germany in the Euros was a big opposition and they overcame that. But again, just one of the very few things that England probably still have to work on. But I do feel like this should be more of a let's keep building from here phase, as opposed to
Exactly.
let's rip everything apart, because this England team for once at least looks solid. Like they look like they are always going to
As a
get far in
core.
tournaments. They
As a
don't
core.
look, yeah, they don't look like they will fumble. So that is incredible. So I hope that that is something that England take away. But over time, they do need to refresh things a little bit more. They need to find a long-term replacement for Harry Kane, definitely, and
100%.
they need to find a longer-term replacement even for players like Harry Maguire and Kyle Walker on that right-hand side as well, because they're gonna get along a little bit. And of course, Jordan Henderson, I was not happy, but he was still crucial to this England performance so far. So they will need to find another leader amongst their ranks to take
They
that
need to
place as
find a
well.
James Milner Jordan Henderson combo. Some players might never reach the pinnacle or the peak ever, but the amount of consistency they show across every single game, that's what you want.
Yep, yep. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. Was this just you know, England just not that good enough, or was this just unlucky? Let us know down in the comments below, and we will see you guys next time.